Viewers, I want to appeal to you very passionately that look at the candidates in all the parties. Look at their pedigree and make a good decision.
All right.
If I'm not the best, don't vote for me. But if you see me as the best of this candidate, then vote for me.
As the 2023 general elections gathers momentum, a lot is expected from the candidates both at the state and national level. For us in Edo State, we are ready to meet with our candidates to take us through their journey on areas of change. So join me on this journey as I meet the candidates to take us through their desired areas of change. This is Who is Talking with Adesuwa Lato. Hello, this is Meet the Candidate series, a program designed for you to know your candidates. It features candidates, from different constituencies, from Oredo, from Owonde, Bobaoha, just name it, in Edo State, representing the senatorial districts, the constituencies, House of Assembly, House of Reps, and just name it. Today we are introducing the candidate, the PDP candidate representing Oredo Federal Constituency in the person of Sonny Aguebor, popularly known as BIBI. Sir, nice to meet you.
Thank you, thank you.
Nice to have you on the show, Meet the Candidate.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, you're welcome. All right, sir, and can you tell us, as the candidate of the People Democratic Party, what do you have for your people? Representing Oredo Federal Constituency, what do you have for your people?
Well, before I start, let me introduce myself properly again.
Okay.
So you have done that. I'm Sonny Aguebor. People call me BIBI because of my investment in this local government.
All right.
I have a series of chains of businesses that have been here for the past 2 decades.
Wow.
And they are all named BIBI, BIBI, BIBI. You have BIBI Motels, you have BIBI Petroleum, you have BIBI Farms. These are investments I put in here for the past 2 decades.
For a long time.
Having said that, now representing my people has been something I've been wanting to do for the past 16 years. You recall that in 2007, I actually contested this election to go to the National Assembly. Unfortunately, a lot of things happened that we didn't quite make it, and we allowed time to fly. And today we are happy and we are glad that we are still in good health, we are okay, and we can still contest the election. Luckily, I am the candidate this time. I can assure you that those things that were pushing me there are the same things that are pushing me. I believe strongly that Oredo deserve the best, because as a stakeholder in this local government, I don't believe we have been represented properly. So we want to make a difference. We want to set a benchmark for representation in this local government. We believe there are a lot we can do to enhance the welfare of our people in terms of good representation. You will want to ask, what are the jobs of the representative or the assembly members? Basically, the function of the assembly member is to make laws for good governance of the country. And then we also do the job of checks and balances of the executive arm of government and other arms of government. The legislature in the National Assembly are also entitled to constituency projects, which of course is an annual thing. I can assure you that if I'm elected to represent this local government, I'll be a big team player. Team player among my colleagues in the National Assembly to make sure I identify the area of needs of my constituency, the area where they are lacking. For instance, we know in Ward 2, for instance, it's a very vast area, very big area. Area that is even, in my own opinion, is overdue to be called a local government of its own.
You mean Oredo?
Oredo, yes, Ward 2. In that ward, you see that they don't even have electricity, no pipe-borne water, no roads. Everything is just completely down there. So I believe that this is going to be one of my major areas. I will make sure that the attention of the National Assembly by way of effective representation is brought to bear to part of Oredo and the entire Oredo local government.
Okay, all right, sir. One thing I know would be in the mind of the prospective voters will be the fact that candidates most of the time, during elections like this, you see them making promises, they talk about things that they want to do, they talk about their manifestos. A lot of the time, some of them are not able to accomplish all of that. So how do you tend to make the difference in this aspect? Do you have the pedigree?
Yeah, you see, the problem we have been having is that, you see, each time people contest elections, they don't, the electorate do not investigate their pedigree.
Okay.
They don't know who those people they are electing. You will imagine somebody who does not even have a home here in Benin wanting to represent all of us. Is it not strange to you?
Yeah, that's true.
So for me, this is an environment where I've invested so much. I live here. I've lived here all my life, apart from the few times I was outside this country, where I lived in Tokyo. But since I came back from Japan, I've lived here. My family, we all live here. I'm part and parcel of this system. If there is rainfall, like there was yesterday night, we are all in it together here because I live here. If the environment is good, is peaceful, is conducive, we all enjoy it together. So what am I saying? I'm a major stakeholder in whatever happens in this environment. So I will go there, I will represent them well, because I represent them, I'm also doing for myself. Because if it is good, it will be good for all of us. I'm not going to be one of those that will not be able to reach because I live here. You can always come here and knock at my door anytime. I will not be one of those that will just pick your ticket, run to Abuja or run to Lagos, they will never come back here. Because they have no stake. They don't even have a home. Some people have taken politics like a business. It shouldn't be so at all because we have a lot of people who have never done anything in their life other than politics. So I think before you can start thinking about going to represent your people, you must have set for yourself. You must have done a lot for yourself as an individual. Created a very good foundation. You must have created an environment that is good enough that people can say, oh, this man has done this, he has done that. So he can represent us. But most of the people we see around, they don't even have a job. They don't even have a home of their own, but they want to represent you. So I think the people this time around should investigate the pedigree of all the candidates. And when I look at all the candidates, I can hardly see any basis for any comparison. Apart from that, as we speak today, the APC as a party, I'm very sorry because these are issues. These are some of the things that is prompting people like us to say it is time for us to come out and represent our people. APC has virtually killed Nigeria.
So Nigeria, but we will not be here to talk about other parties. Yes, sir. All right, so now we would like to take the last part of this interview, which will be that, just like you were trying to, defer to that party just now, the APC. Just to mention that so many contenders are up there with you on this particular same position as the candidates for Oredo Federal Constituency. Well, you have contenders from the APC, from SDP, from different political parties. So how do you tend to contend with these people?
Well, the electorates are wiser. They are all very smart now. They are not going to just vote for people. They are going to look at their pedigree. I've told you. I've been here. I've created jobs for the people of this local government for the past 2 decades. The records are there. In this same local government, for the past 2 decades, I've paid my taxes to the federal government and to the state government.
Absolutely.
So, and I've been there for everybody. During the last pandemic, I was the first person that gave over 500,000 sanitizers to Oredo indigenes. The records are there. That's to tell you that I've always been there for them. And as we speak, you go to my office, you go and see a crowd of people. It's not because of politics. This is what they do every day. People come here every day to ask for one favor or the other. I do it voluntarily. I do it happily. So I'm looking for the instrument of government to do more. Because if in my individual capacity I've been doing this, I believe once you empower me with some level of government opportunities, I will do much more. So we are not going to vote anybody who will want to start building a house now who has never had a house before in Benin. We are not going to vote anybody who will disappear. You will never see him again. We are not going to vote anybody that you cannot call on the phone and say, how are you, and these are my problems. The Oredo people are smarter. They are happy to have me. Let me tell you, I've gotten calls from everywhere. People are so excited about this candidature.
Wow.
People are so excited. People are encouraging me. Some people even say, "Okay, you don't need to even print posters. We want to print your posters." That's to tell you the level of acceptability. So I believe people are in for a good deal. And like I said before, we are going to set a benchmark for representation for the younger ones. I'm no longer young. I'm 60.
Wow, and you look this young.
Yes, I'm 60. Now, at 60, I don't think I'm going to stay too long in the political terrain. We want to set a standard for our younger ones. That this whole thing of politics is not about going there to enrich yourself. It's about going to represent the people. That is the essence of being voted into power. And we shall set that benchmark. We shall set that example so that the incoming ones will follow suit. Because the present impression of most people you see around is that once you are elected, you can go there and steal. You can go there and commit fraud. You can go there and empower yourself. It shouldn't be so at all. This time around, by the grace of God, if we are elected, we shall set a new standard for incoming members of the National Assembly.
Wow. We have heard from the horse's mouth, the PDP candidate representing Oredo Federal Constituency in the person of Honorable Sonny Aguebor, popularly known as BIBI. It's been an awesome time, talking with you today, having this conversation with you. The decision is left for the electorate to make. Having seen this interview, the choice is yours. Nice talking with you today. Nice having you on the program.
Thank you very much.
All right,
thank you very much.
All right, so
thank you.
The program Meet the Candidate will be brought to you again. Do join us on our YouTube channel, Who is Talking with Adesuwa Lato, on Facebook, Who is Talking with Adesuwa Lato, on Instagram as well, Who is Talking with Adesuwa Lato. I've been your host.
Lastly.
Okay, so just
the last comment.
Okay.
Viewers, I want to appeal to you.
Okay.
Very passionately.
Okay.
That look at the candidates in all the parties.
Okay.
Look at their pedigree and make a good decision.
All right.
If I'm not the best, don't vote for me. But if you see me as the best of this candidate, then vote for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You've heard again from the host's mouth. I've been the host on the show, Adesuwa Lato. Thanks again for joining us. Bye for now. As the 2023 general elections gathers momentum, a lot is expected from the candidates both at the state and national level. For us in Edo State, we are ready to meet with our candidates to take us through their journey on areas of change. So join me on this journey as I meet the candidates to take us through their desired areas of change. This is Who is Talking with Adesuwa Lato.